Hello. Does tradition help or harm humanity's evolution? This is Kelara Star Being from healinnerbeing.com. Welcome and thank you for being here. You were probably curious about this topic by the title. So let's get into it, shall we? Let me just first start by saying that I am not a very traditional person. Once I was able to free myself from the false matrix system and its expectations, letting go of tradition was a breath of fresh air, like waiting to exhale. Much of what I will share in this message not only has a lot to do with my own experience of liberation, but also in observing the collective continue to hold on to traditions that are nothing more than mental barriers. Tradition is one of the most popular and effective forms of brainwashing. It doesn't matter if it's religion, celebrating holidays, or any other repeating cycles that we feel pressured into performing like clockwork. For example, consider the pressure that parents feel to buy Christmas toys every year when they can barely pay their rent. Just consider the grief, guilt, and sorrow that is activated within the energy field of these parents, ensuring that no matter how good or bad the holiday turns out to be, they will most likely be in debt for the coming year due to attempting to uphold a tradition that does not serve their highest good. Now, please bear with me. It is not my intentions to tell anyone how to live their lives. I am only pointing out certain mind control tactics and manipulations used by the false matrix system to keep us in a robotic state. All you need do is make the decision to no longer participate in a particular holiday and just see how your family and friends react. They will likely treat you as if you've committed a crime, simply because they themselves are so mentally programmed that they could never consider the idea of not performing as expected by society on every holiday every year. Is it wrong to participate in national holidays? No, it is not. Not if it is what you desire to do. Is it a ritual for collective energy siphoning? Yes, it is. Just consider for a moment how the world would change if more of the collective chose not to participate in the holiday season. Don't get me wrong, I love a celebration just as much as the next person. In fact, when I chose to remove myself from traditional holidays, I did so by creating my own personal holidays to celebrate. Anyone can do this for themselves or with their families. Holidays should be days intended for spending quality time with our loved ones and should not be used as a means for feeding the shadow government. One of the most significant things I noticed when I stopped celebrating traditional holidays is that on a spiritual level, it removed me from the false matrix system. Even if it was just not completely, but definitely I awakened to a level that was very surprising and unexpected. My eyes began to open more because I was no longer in alignment with the collective programming. It reminds me of Neo in the Matrix movie when he set up in that water tank and pulled the plugs out of the back of his head. Some of you all know what I'm talking about. It wasn't that dramatic, of course, but over time, I began to awaken to a lot more that I was not seeing about the false matrix system and also about myself. For those who love to talk about the Illuminati, did you know that they are the main ones who do black magic and satanic rituals on national holidays to siphon the energy of the collective? Eventually, we as a collective consciousness will realize that planet Earth is going through a major reset. Pluto in Aquarius is resetting Earth in ways that we can't even imagine. And we will continue to see major changes and shifts in the world. By the time Pluto leaves Aquarius, the world will be a very different place, unlike anything we as humanity has experienced before. Rather, rather these changes are good or bad will depend upon how we choose to transform as a collective. We can choose to get better or we can choose to be bitter. Becoming better means seeing where we have given our power away to malevolent forces that have been using us as food supply for far too long. But if we become bitter, we refuse to cooperate with the transition, we instead choose to resist it, it's possible that we will become a robotic society, or we will at least recognize that a part of our collective has become a robotic society. Who knows? All I know is that this transformation is taking place whether we like it or not. And if we have wisdom at all, we should choose to get on board with our own life's destiny. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for visiting today. If you vibe with my message and with my frequency, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe. You can also visit my website at healinnerbeing.com for more information about me and the services I provide. Okay, that's it for now. I hope to connect with you in the next message. Bye.